All right, so good morning, Flower. Mr. Walker here with your morning announcements for Monday, November 14th, 2022. We're going to go ahead and stand on this beautiful Monday morning with our morning announcements, starting first with our pledge. We're standing, and by the way, I'm in Miss Taylor's Illinois State University, second grade. Our right hands over our hearts, and we are ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Flower, you may go ahead and be seated. Flower, as you're seated in all level 0, last week was an eventful week. I mean, we had our dollar dress down day, we had our coffee with the principal, with our parents, we had all these things going on inside of our classrooms, just preparing us for our next round of assessments. And guess what? We had Veterans Day on Friday. Veterans Day was that opportunity for us to recognize and honor those who have served and also those who continue to serve in our nation's armed forces. We hope that you had an incredible Veterans Day and that you got plenty of rest for this Monday morning. Now, let's talk about this week. This week, we do have our St. Mary's Food Drive. It's an annual event kicking off. Now, please make sure that you bring in boxed goods, canned goods, anything that you feel would help someone in need. Please make sure that you drop those donations off in the appropriate grade level box in the front office. Now, they're labeled in both buildings. We do have boxes in the front office for our kinder, first, second, third, and fourth grade students. For our students in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, those are going to be right outside Miss Medina's office, right across from our music stage in our second building. Please make sure that you put them in the appropriate box because remember, the grade level with the most amount of donations will be able to pie an administrator in the face. Also, they'll be able to reap so many different awards such as pizza parties, dress down days. And so once again, we don't need an incentive to be able to give and be generous, but it does make things a little more fun, especially knowing that you'll have to pie Miss Medina in the face. All right, so good morning. I'm here with the Lunch Bunch today, and we're here to talk about our Golden Spoon Award winners. Let's go ahead and dive in and get started. Okay. All right, so K-2 Golden Spoon Award. Let's go ahead and give a drum roll, please. All right, that's gonna go to Miss Thorpe and Grand Canyon University. Congratulations, GCU. You are the recipients of the K-2 Golden Spoon. All right, let's move on to 3 through 5. Our 3 through 5 Golden Spoon Award, drum roll, please. That is going to go to Miss Snyder at University of Northern Colorado. Congratulations, Miss Snyder and University of Northern Colorado.
Thank you, Miss Walker.
Oh, thank you all for showing power all day, every day. All right, and our 6 through 8 Golden Spoon, drum roll, please. Remember, big drum roll, this is the 6 through 8, this is the big spoon. That's gonna go to a familiar place, and that's Miss Nixon and North Park University. Congratulations, NPU and Miss Nixon, on being the recipients consecutive weeks of our 6 through 8 Golden Spoon Award. All right, so today for lunch, we're having some great things. What are we having today?
Cheeseburger!
Yeah, it's cheeseburger day. Cheeseburgers along with applesauce and our vegetables. Don't forget your milk. All right, enjoy lunch today. Yes, cheese and cheeseburgers with cheese. All right, Flower, let's talk sports and let's talk boys volleyball. This week we have 2 matchups, and we have 2 matchups against some very, very familiar folks. The first one is against AMS Desert Sky. That's going to be here tomorrow, Tuesday, November 15th, in our gym, 4:30 p.m. Make sure you have a parent or guardian with you to attend. And then on Thursday, we face off against South Mountain, AMS South Mountain, and that is going to be an away game. So please make sure that you secure transportation to and from, and that you have a family member, a parent or guardian, that is, with you to attend. Now, speaking of volleyball, our boys and girls volleyball teams are going to join forces on Wednesday, November 30th during our power assembly, and they're going to take on our teachers and staff. Now, we still need to put something on the line. Mr. Walker is scratching his head trying to figure out what that is. Go ahead and help Mr. Walker out by coming up with some prizes to be on the line for our winner of our students versus staff volleyball. All right, so as I'm walking down the hall here, I'm just noticing and I'm in all of our bulletin boards. Huge shout out to all of our teachers, especially those teachers that had students contribute to the success of their bulletin board. Now remember, we need to continue to respect our bulletin boards. We want to make sure that we look, don't touch, and that we show power all day, every day in our hallways. So Mr. Walker spent a lot of time last week talking about turn and talks in class. When we turn and talk in class at designated periods of time, yes, we track the speaker. We listen to what the person has to say. We give eye contact. We nod for understanding. And we also contribute things that advance, move the conversation forward. Now, we're not done with turning and talking. Turning and talking is something that we do on a regular basis here at Flower. But we also want to spend today talking about computer-based testing. This week, we're going to pay a special focus to what it means to be on a computer. Now, when we're on computers, I know many of us have grown comfortable. Many of us love computers. Some of us may not have so much of a love relationship with computers, but we hope that changes. We do live in a 21st century society, and we are a school that is trying our absolute best to be a 21st century school, providing you 21st century education. So when using a computer, we know that there are obstacles with logging on and remembering your passwords and everything, but we also want to shift our focus to what it means to take a test online. Many of us are used to paper and pencil, right? Where you make a mistake, you just simply turn that pencil upside down and you erase. We're used to turning in papers and all that stuff. Now, paper is still a part of computer testing, but only in the form of scratch paper. You know, the extra paper that you can write on to show your work. But we need for you all to understand that taking a test online is a lot different than taking a test on paper. There's so many different things that we'll get into this week, so stay tuned. It is now time for us to pause, rewind, take a look at history. Native American heritage that has shaped our world and society as we know it. Native American heritage that has influenced our past, present, and of course impacts our future. Today we want to take a special look at a title that I've selected here, Rainbow Crow. Rainbow Crow is a story that's all about sacrifice and what it means to give up something for the greater good. Now, in this story, Mr. Walker's not going to give away too many details here, but there is a sacrifice that is needed in order to help someone else. How many times have you been in a situation where you've had to give up something, and maybe it was something small, maybe it was something big, but you had to give up something to help someone else in need? As we move into the month of November, and as we talk about a month of gratitude and a month of generosity and giving and serving others, I want you to think about that and how this ties into Native American Heritage Month with this title Mr. Walker selected this morning, Rainbow Crow. So, Flower, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it a great Monday. The choice is always yours. We'll see you around. Take care. Be safe. Love you all. Bye-bye. All right, Flower, it is now time for our regularly scheduled moment of silence. Please take the next minute to think and reflect.